Let's go back a bit. The year is 1998, and Nintendo is suffering from its own stupid choices. Surely a random slip-up and absolutely not the start of a multi-decade trend. See, the N64, despite having some of the greatest games ever made, is being absolutely dogged on by the new kid on the block. Sony and its brand new PlayStation, a system made specifically from the fallout of one of Nintendo's deals. So it wasn't just a kick to the nuts, it was a kick to the nuts after telling you that your breath stinks. And it was about to get worse. Between the PlayStation 2 gearing up to be the best-selling system of all time, and Xbox coming in with an assault weapon of a controller so scary that Sega just gave up, Nintendo needed something big to stay in the game. Insert joke about GameCube here, literally any joke works. A lot, and I do mean a lot, can be said about the GameCube, both good and bad. For every Metroid Prime, there was a... I miss Rare. The point is, the GameCube didn't have any weird gimmick going for it, it was just a console where Nintendo was throwing anything at the wall to see what stuck. One of those anythings being Mario 128. A tech demo designed to show the power of the GameCube via 128 different Marios. Just sort of doing whatever before the platform exploded into a giant pizza. You might think that sounds weird, but 1, so is this, and 2, one of the first ideas for this game was one where you played as God and controlled hundreds of different people, with the first 2 literally being Adam and Eve. Everything about the development of this series is insane. And from all these insane ideas, and Miyamoto's love of gardening, came Pikmin, the real-time strategy puzzle series that is finally getting its next entry. And this might be one of my most controversial opinions, but I'll say it loud and with no hesitation. Pikmin is Nintendo's most unique and interesting series. Kirby was the first breakthrough for the channel, Mario and Zelda are flat out industry changers, Metroid invented its own genre, and Pokemon is the biggest media thing on the planet. But there is no game like Pikmin. Which is funny because all you're doing is moving shit to your ship. Pikmin 1 is the story of Captain Almar crash landing on an alien planet with only 30 days to repair his ship before his life support system fails and he dies. This sounds like the setup to a super exciting action set piece like Metroid or Alien. But here's the thing. Almar doesn't have a gun to shoot bad guys. He's an intergalactic delivery man. He's an Amazon driver with extra steps. And being that he has no real powers outside of righteous ass whoopings, he has no hope of collecting all his spaceship parts until he sees this dead looking ball thing spring right back to life and spit out a seed. This is a Pikmin, and it has 2 missions. 1, make more of itself, and 2, collect ship parts. All done via the very effective, yet very satisfying action of yeeting them at everything you see. It's a simple game with a simple concept, but just like the best games, it's the details that make this game so special. Unfortunately, many people don't appreciate the small details because they're too busy being murdered. This is a hostile alien planet, and the thing you realize very fast is you're at the bottom of the food chain. These things will eat, stomp, and set fire to you and everything you love. Because if there's anything this game teaches you, it's that nature is cruel and horrifying. Luckily, you got your secret weapon, the Pikmin. In this game, there are 3 types. The red ones are fireproof and do the most damage, the blue ones are waterproof and that's about it, and the yellow ones get thrown higher and pick up bombs. Yeah, yellows are weird, but also they have big ears to make them look funny, and I like them. Using these Pikmin, you have to carefully work your way through 5 open areas, solving puzzles, and more importantly, murdering everything with ruthless efficiency. Yeah, today I learned that ants can decapitate other bugs in real life. Nature is horrifying, but while you try to ignore that fun fact, let's talk about the other most important aspect of this game: speed. This is not a very long game. You got 30 in-game days lasting 13.5 minutes each. At most, that gives you a little over 6.5 hours. Unless you're European, because apparently free healthcare isn't enough for them. On an unrelated note, if there happens to be a European woman above the age of 22 who's single, watching this and thinking I'm hilarious, What I'm saying is, you gotta move fast if you wanna win. At least that's what I would say if this game wasn't super easy kinda. Okay, so you have 30 days to get 30 parts. Pretty simple math there. But only 25 of those parts are required for Olimar to leave the planet. Oh sure, some of those are complete dickheads and do require playing to get them, but most of them are not. And even if they were, this is a 7-hour game with 3 save slots and the ability to reset to your last save point whenever you want. All of this without even considering the fact that there's 3 different endings depending on whether you do the thing, don't do the thing, or do the thing perfectly. There is no need to be good at this game, and the Pikmin are the best example of this. Oh yeah, you could be an expert tactician making the most of every day of your army, or you could just not give a shit. Worst case scenario is you get a Pikmin extinction and spend the next 5 minutes getting that 1 back up to 50 the next day. There is no game over in Pikmin. There's a time limit, but this game isn't about speed, it's about choice. The best thing about Pikmin to me is there's no wrong way to play it. Whether you choose to do a 6-day deathless run or do nothing for 30 days, you still did a full run. The only things pushing you forward is your own pride and, honestly, just how good Olimar and the little lads are characterized. Pikmin aren't just a number, they mean something. Yeah, you can make more if they die, but there's more to them to that. They fall, they get distracted, they're really fucking stupid. But they feel like living things, and when they die, you feel bad. Olimar feels bad. And you don't want Olimar to feel bad because we like Olimar. Every day when the sun goes down, Olimar gets in his spaceship and you get to see his thoughts on life, his family, how he got to where he is, his general concerns. There's truly something special in seeing this man contemplate his last remaining days and feeling hopeless and angry, but determined to get home. It's not the deepest things, but compared to how so many game protagonists, especially Nintendo protagonists, don't get a chance to speak up on how they feel, it is something that sets Olimar apart. And maybe that's the best way to look at Pikmin. It's not the deepest game, it's far from a perfect one, it definitely has its problems, most of them being age-related that the Switch port did nothing about. Thanks, Nintendo. But this is still a fantastic game that feels so different from the majority. It's in a game series that's barely known but is still treasured by everyone who's tried it. It's a unique experience that straddled the line between peaceful and terrifying perfectly, and I couldn't recommend it enough. Plus, it's a good warm-up before you get sent to the Vietnam that's Pikmin 2. Jesus Christ, what the fuck?